Welcome to Embracing Infinity, exploring the infinite oneness in the space of love and truth. Host Jennifer Rose is an international spiritual medium, healer, channeler, mentor, and transformational guide. Her focus is encouraging individuals to know themselves within the lens of their divine heart and highest potential, to evolve within the frequency of love and peaceful harmony. Now, here's your host, Jennifer Rose.
Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. Welcome to Embracing Infinity on the Sacred Spiral Network. Happy Friday, happy upcoming weekend, and Happy New Year to everybody. I hope today finds you all well and happy and ready to have a beautiful weekend here together. I'm very excited about our show today because I have got our producer of the Sacred Spiral Network, Miss Kelly Brickel, coming on as my guest here today. So we'll have a lovely talk and we'll do some messages as well. I know you all are looking forward to that, as we are as well. And she's a dear friend of mine as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun because we love sharing space and energy with all of you here today, too. So we're really looking forward to a fun show, fun time to share with all of you. And I hope that everybody has survived the holidays and is thriving as well. I'm just making my screen a little bit bigger here for me to see. That's beautiful. Thank you. And I wanted to start out and say hello to everybody here today, too. We've got Miss Jess is here today. Hello, Jess. Happy Friday to you as well. And hello, Heidi. How are you, Heidi? Good to see you here too. I think Stacia and Evelyn are here too. So hello, ladies, over on YouTube, I believe. So nice to see you all here. Hello, Arnie. Happy New Year to you too. Hello, Michael Christopher. Hello, Michael Zinn. Hello, hello. We've got Leanne. Hi, Happy New Year. Thank you, Kelly. You're helping me. Alessa, Happy New Year to you too. Welcome, welcome. And there's Fran. Now, when Fran does that, she's doing it like Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello. So hello, Fran. Good to see you, love. And there's Jeffrey. Hi, how are you? Good to see you, everybody. Hi, Stacia. How are you? Thank you all for your patience as well today, too. I know we started just a few minutes late. We had a few details to get going here. Thank you. Hi, Evelyn. Hi. How are you? Too. Hi, Jen Perlman. Happy New Year to you as well. Hi, Jack Handel. Happy New Year. Yes. Good to see you, Jack. And there's Miss Shannon Rattay. Hi, Shannon. How are you? Shannon and Fran and I were on last week. So if you didn't get to catch that, our holiday episode, please go back and watch the replay. We had a lot of fun with that as well. Hi, Tanita. Happy New Year to you too. Good to see everybody. And I believe Ronnie is here too. Hi, Ronnie. How are you doing, love? Good to see you all. Are we all caught up? I think we are. So happy to see you all here today. So let's chat for just a few minutes, everybody. And it is a beautiful new start, new beginnings. And I've been in a very reflective mood and mode. And I'm sure many of you are as well, kind of like it feels almost as if we're taking in all of the energies and all of the experiences that we processed throughout the last year. And now we're gearing up and getting ready for what we're going to do next, what we're going to see next, what we're going to be next, who we are becoming. As Nietzsche, the philosopher, says, become who you are. And indeed, we are all doing just that each and every day in the moment of now that exists in a way that we understand it. And I know, as I spoke earlier in a different event today, some of us are just wanting anything that's a little bit better and brighter than the year before. And some of us are wanting a continuance of the progress. And some of us are really going full all in with like, let's do this, let's make this happen, with a whole lot of goals as well too. So we may be on anywhere on that spectrum of like what we're hoping this year will look like for us. Hi Kit, yo, how you doing? You're so funny. And I'm wondering where you all are in that flow, in that spectrum, and that continuum of what you're wanting to, because there's going to be surprises. We like to think maybe that we can control everything that's going to happen, but as we know, we're here along the ride. We are here watching our story unfold. We are here experiencing us, and a higher part of us knows exactly what's going to happen and how it's all going to turn out, and we're kind of like experiencing it as it happens. And we are our higher self, as the creator, the storyteller, and the experiencer. And what's so beautiful about our spiritual journey as we become, more awakened, more aware, more elevated, is the two begin to merge together. And that's when we really feel like we've got something we can create. We've got a little more trying to find the right word, a little bit more room to together with the higher essence of you. Higher doesn't mean better, it's just that part that knows more, to feel like you're really part of the process even more, if that makes sense. So we feel more of that freedom, more of that ability, more of that purpose, more of that will, together. And what's beautiful about that is then we don't feel so much like we're a victim of circumstance. We feel like together we are on a journey that is miraculous and adventurous. Of course, it's going to be full of its, ups and downs and twists and turns. But the more that we become who we are, what we already are, in that knowing, in that merging of awarenesses, of understanding, the more empowerment we have. That's a good word. I love the word empowerment. So I think that's going to be one of my words for 2025. What do you guys think about that one? I like that one. Hello, Violet. I love your name, by the way. That's beautiful. And empowerment, what does that mean? What does that mean for all of you? What does that mean for us? It means you really feel like you can do this, like you've got this, like we're not puppets on strings, just having everything happen to us, but understanding that it's happening through us and we are part of it. And we may not know everything that's going to happen and why, but we seem to have that intuition, that knowing that it's all going to be okay and it's all going to turn out better than expected. And there is a rhyme and reason for everything. And I agree with what Arnie said. No expectations, just grateful and blessed. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Because then we're open to the wonder. We're open to the magic. We're open to receiving. We're open to unfolding. I love that. Resilience is a great word, Evelyn. That showed up just yesterday for me as well, the word resilience. So you're right on point with that, Miss Evelyn. And isn't that what we gain from our experiences? Especially the ones that are really challenging. More strength than you ever thought you'd know. More resilience than you ever thought you'd know. And it gets pulled out of you, even when you feel like you're, maybe at the bottom of the bottom. Doesn't it get just pulled out of you? And don't you just go, wow, look at me now. Like, look at that. Look at what you all managed to find your way through, even stronger and better and standing taller than ever before. So I think that's quite amazing in itself. And may we take some time before things get too busy, because they will in 2025. They will get busy pretty quickly. May we take some time to maybe write things down or to go into quiet contemplation, to really connect with your heart, with your spirit, with your higher self. Hello, Tracy. And think about and feel into what it is that's available that you would like to watch unfold for you? What you feel like you are already in progress of creating that you would like to see unfold on a deeper level with the openness. Like Arnie said, without the expectation, but with the openness, with the openness of growth, with the openness of possibility, and with the embracement of hope. I think hope is a good word for 2025. I think let's not lose hope. It is with hope that we brighten. Your whole energy, your whole aura, your whole presence comes alive with hope because it's an openness to possibility, to betterness, to possible outcomes beyond what you thought could even show up for you. As I am aware, and you are all aware, there have been moments for all of us, especially on a spiritual journey, where we're like, why me? Why little old me? Why would this happen to me? Your opening, your awakening, your rearrangement, all of that. Why did I become a medium? This girl from this city, just living a normal life. Why not you? Right? But with hope, you open up to the answer of why you. With the openness of hope, you open up to the answer of why you. And of course, it's going to be, well, why not you? But it's going to be even more than that, because you will know your own empowerment, your own spirit, your own essence, your own reason for being, your own purpose. You will know you. And you are love in its highest expression. But that knowing, as it continues to progress, because it's always ever unfolding. I don't think we ever fully arrive, but that ever-present progress of knowing you, that gives you the freedom. That love of you gives you the freedom, and hope opens you up to it. So that's a good way to start. And I think Kelly and I will continue with that as well. But I want to stop and say hi to beautiful Nancy Muratala. Hi, beautiful. Good to see you. Happy New Year. And I want to say hi to Jennifer McCormick, who's joined as well. And Happy New Year, Maggie Martin. Good to see you. It looks like Crystal is here. Hi, Crystal. How are you? Happy New Year. So we've got a beautiful group here today. Thank you all again for being here as well. So without further ado, thank you, Miss Heidi, for all the sparkles. I love it. Happy New Year. Without further ado, let's please bring on psychic medium and numerologist and the producer of the Sacred Spiral Network, and a beautiful soul and a beautiful friend of mine, Miss Kelly Brickel.
Hello.
Girl, hey, how are you?
I'm juggling back here, but it's a ball. How are you doing? Thank you. It's great to be here.
You're the producer and the guest at the same time.
Gemstones too.
I know. Producer and guest at the same time. That's a bit of work, but you do it well.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Jennifer Stedman just joined us as well. So we've got a lot of beautiful friends here to see us here today. So, Miss Kelly, how has your new year started? Hi, Sheila.
Good. It's been busy. Lots of things that we're working on with Sacred Spiral Network, new shows, new website updates. I'm working on a website for myself too, updating everything. So things are going to be a lot speedier and better connected. And that's a metaphor for everything in life. Everything within my life, not just Sacred Spiral Network. So it's good. That's my answer. How's your new year going? You just came from a dem. You just came from
I
a
did. Yeah, I was just over on Sheila's Dem, which went really well. Beautiful group, lots of love. So it's been a fun morning. I get to be me in my fullest expression. So yeah, so then raced on over here, and then happy to be live with you as well too. So yeah, good new year so far. Not a lot of rest. I felt a little guilty for watching a few movies here and there, but I realized that I've got so much to do already that it was probably a good thing that I gave that to myself. We need a little bit of just veg out time. We really do. And yeah, you've got a lot going on because Michael's in here, who's here today, has got a new show. Todd Bates has a new show. And I believe we've got some more coming on as well. Hi, Olamide. Thanks for joining us.
We have Deidre. We have Donna. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Cheyenne's here. Courtney. I know everybody's here today.
Hey, Nancy. Hey, Michael. Hey, Cheyenne. Hey, Mary. Hey, Stacia. Almighty. Hello, Almighty.
Oh.
That's on yours. Just heads up. That's on your link.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed that.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah. So we've got somebody who's soliciting everybody. If you would just please ignore them for now. Pay no mind. It's okay. I'll deal with that later. So
we'll get it later. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Courtney, you napped today and that never happens. Yeah. Sometimes when that happens, spirit wants to give us healing. We just feel this like urge, almost like the trance energy comes over us, and it feels like that warm weighted blanket. And then we feel that urge to go to sleep because spirit wants to bring us some healing. So potentially that's what was happening there, Courtney. Or we just needed a nap because we've been so darn busy for the last year.
For real. Like spirit helps us sleep, and sometimes it helps us perk up. But I know when I've been doing meditation, or I need to get my brain ready for working with the spirit world, I get really, really sleepy. When you unexpectedly aren't needing to work with the spirit world, sometimes you can really, really perk up. But if you have an intention to go like, okay, I want to work and this is the vibration, sometimes it can make you really sleepy beforehand. It just depends.
Yeah, that happens to me too. And I noticed one of my last classes I taught a few weeks ago, the students were asking me about that. Like, why do I get sleepy sometimes in class? Because it's like the power of the spirit is very strong. And it happens in demonstrations sometimes too, where you feel like you're nodding off, but you're really just being affected by the power because there's so much spirit and powerful presence in the room. It happens to me too. And it's hard to fight off sometimes, but it's that very like trancy type of energy. And it's just, there's a lot of spirit around. So it's a good thing, but it's kind of hard to kind of force yourself to be more alert sometimes.
Yeah. We have to like change how we're being, and it feels like, whoa, what's that? And when the spirit world is teaching us, sometimes they will make things kind of feel overwhelming for us to become a certain way. So it's very confusing, but on just like a brain level. So it's really cool because like doctors have been doing all these scans for many years now. And when we are doing mediumship, so they scan mediums' brains. We are in a state of either sleeping or meditation when they're scanning our brains. So it makes sense why I would get like sleepy when we're learning how to be in that vibration. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's perfect too. I know, like, and if somebody is doing like trance healing, it gets very, very quiet. Like the brain is a completely different color. Everything is so subdued because you're like completely out of it, like very, very deep too. Hi, Debbie. Good to see you.
Hey,
hi,
Debbie.
Isabel. Happy New Year. Good to see everybody too. Anything for you, Kelly, besides, all of this beautiful work that you're doing, like with the network and the website and everything too, like anything that you're wanting, like just for you to create, or you're just waiting and watching that unfold? Everybody's a little different.
Yeah, well, it's a lot work focused. It is. So, we kind of talked about that, but I think I'm looking to have more balance. That was something going on last year, and I felt it was a constant project, and I feel things are already just easier to have balance in. So I think just like exercise and wellness, I think that's going to help just overall my entire life. I know it sounds very simple, but it's very true. The basics, we really just need the basics, everybody. We really just need sunshine, good food, sleep, sun, friends, love. That's all we need. Everything else is a bonus.
Amen to that. Yeah, I know. Amen to that. Yeah, Artie was saying he pulled the cards he pulled today. Yeah, I remember seeing that post, Arnie. Hope, resilience, empathy, and trust. Definitely. Those are perfect. Yeah, I love that. Those are perfect.
Yeah, I'm a fan of all those things, and yes, more of.
Me
How about
too,
you?
me too.
How about you? What's something you're focusing on this year?
Well, I love what you said about like health and exercise and, all of those things too, getting enough sleep. Like I was really happy that I got a good night's sleep last night because I know how important that is for your mood and for your well-being and for how well you feel like you can cope with like all of the things that are happening all at once too. But
Yes.
it can be like the base of the pyramid or the foundation that holds everything else up in like the tower of your world too, because if you're not taking care of you physically, it's going to affect how you feel mentally, how you feel emotionally, how you feel spiritually. And so then sometimes you don't know, so we may be like going at it on an angle that's less effective if we haven't gone first to the physical too. Like, are you getting all of your vitamins and minerals? How are the hormones doing? How are the neurotransmitters doing? Are we getting enough fresh air, exercise, sunshine? Like you said, like all those things affect us, and they can make our lives so much easier if we take the time to tend to those. And that really is an exercise in self-love beyond self-care even too, because our bodies are kind of like gifts from spirit. And the better we take care of them, the better we'll feel and the more empowered we'll feel in life. So there's that word empowered again as well. And nothing wrong with those chocolate chip cookies, friend. You got to have a treat too. You got to have a treat too.
She's talking about chocolate friends, chip cookies down there.
Yeah, I love it. I know. And
want
Nancy is saying love and friendship. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I have to give a shout out to, all my friends that are here today too. And my ones who aren't here today, because throughout the years, the love and support that I have been so blessed to have has just helped me so much and been such a beautiful gift for me too. So I just want to say hi to everybody out there too. And thank you for being part of my life and part of my world. So it's like my blessings are beyond counting too. And there were some times where I was going through really heavy spiritual awakening, and the beautiful sisters and queens that were on my side never judged me and always supported me and still do. So I've been very, very blessed and lucky. So make sure I give a little shout out to, to all the angels out there too. Evelyn says chocolate chip cookies make the world go round. Very, very. I love it.
That's right. I think
I'm not going to disagree.
I've been eating some of my Christmas chocolate. That's what I've been doing for the holidays.
Yeah, I don't know what girl doesn't like chocolate.
There's some people who don't. There's some people who don't.
I like dark chocolate with a little sea salt on it. That's pretty good. Like that's really good. So
I'm a fan of those Hue and Magic bars. They're sweetened with coconut sugar. Oh, they're so good. One is like quinoa vanilla crunch. That's my favorite. Oh gosh, it's so good.
That is pretty good. I haven't had that before. I get the Kind bars, they're made by Kind, and it's got like caramel. They're like caramel something. I don't know. They're really good though. So that's my closest thing to that too. So we're all talking about food. Everybody's going to want to go get snacks now. So much for our diets, right? We're all going to.
There's a lot of chocolate. Don't get me
I
started.
know, right? I know,
Don't get me
right?
started.
Yeah. And
More like
we do
cacao,
have,
but
yeah, we do have to treat, we do have to treat our inner children and all of us, little Kelly and little Jennifer and little Stacia and little Courtney and little Nancy. We all need a little chocolate or a little chocolate chip cookie or something.
and cheesecake, apparently, Courtney says.
Oh, cheesecake and dark chocolate is actually very good for you as long as it's 70 to 90% cocoa. I love that too. Do you ever have the flourless chocolate cake? Like, that's
Yeah.
pretty good because it's really, really rich. And then the Cheesecake Factory makes that Godiva chocolate cake, which I think is flourless too. It's definitely not low fat or low calorie, but if you're gonna, if it's a birthday or something like that, you should try that one too. Okay, we're all gonna be eating chocolate this afternoon.
Someone
Like,
says,
oh my,
hey,
no
Stacia,
more candy
no
talk.
more candy talk.
I know so much for healthy eating, right? Okay. So, okay. All right.
We can bake. Everyone bake. Bake at home. It's healthier for the
I
most
think
part.
that's good. Yeah, and if you're able to go organic too, I know the cost of groceries is really high right now, but if you're able to cook with organic, it does make everything taste that much better, and that much healthier for you too. And then
There's more
maybe,
nutrients.
if we invest in our health, um, we may be able to invest less money in trying to treat health problems, so it's like it's an investment for later too. Less money spent on medicines, more money spent on vitamins, but that's just me talking. Whatever we need and how we get that. So
there's more
but that's,
nutrients in organic food for the most part. That's a whole conversation with the soils
yeah,
and how they treat the food, process the food, grow the food. It's a whole conversation,
yeah,
but I agree. When I come home after the holidays, because I buy organic. Even there's some things I buy organic that are even cheaper than regular food, and I'm a huge sale person, so it's not lost on me. I love to save. I love, you know, being creative with with what I make, and I cook when I need to be. But I'll come home for the holidays and I'll start cooking again, or just have simple things like even organic cottage cheese or organic tomatoes or whatever. And I will feel just so much better with that food than if I'm just out and about and I have to get quick things to go. So my energy is best like that. When I have really good quality food, it makes a huge
yeah,
difference.
it really does. I like to get, hi Patrick, good to see you. Happy New Year. I like to get like the pastured eggs, like the organic pastured eggs, and they are more expensive, but I'm figuring I'm spending less money on, fixing a problem if I'm eating something healthier. And so I try just to maybe spend less money like on an impulse item or a snack food and put it into like getting the pastured eggs and things like that. So I'm that way too, the best that I can. I know Stacia mentioned gluten-free. I try to go gluten-free too, just because you feel a little bit better. You feel a
That
little bit,
just
it's
depends
less,
on the
it's,
person.
yeah, it's less taxing on your digestion sometimes to do
Yeah.
some gluten-free options if possible too. So yeah, who knew we were going to talk all about nutrition today and chocolate?
Well, that's always in my energy. Oh my God, that's always in my energy. Like that's so built up from when I was young and what I still do that I could be doing a huge project or whatever, and there's going to always be food in my aura or health around food and herbs in my aura. So it comes up very easily. I can't even eat regular eggs. I get sick usually, so I have to stick to the organic pasture eggs, or I just ignore even having eggs. But when I have those really help me. So there's like, how can I put it? The last thing I'll say, unless you want to continue to talk about it, that the topic is a lot of times when I was younger and I was trying to figure out what was going on with my energy because I was so sensitive, I had to eliminate a lot of things, or I'd have to buy only organic certain meats or cheeses or eggs or milk because I would just get sick. And my body was like, you can't consume this. And now I can consume things because my immune system's healthier, but I will feel when it enters my body, like either I'll feel awkward, or my stomach will feel grumbly, or my body will tense up, or I can even get emotional, like angry or sad, based on how these foods are hitting my body. My body communicates to me about the quality of what's entering my body. It's just like the people and the friends you keep. Are they helping you or not? You're going to get signals, yes or no.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm right there with you on that too. And I know Kit was saying we should go organic in the USA because 80% of the food and drinks are banned in Europe. So I've heard that too. Like the bread that like people can't eat bread here because they eat gluten-free bread while they're here, but then if they go over to Europe, they can tolerate the bread that's over there because it's cooked better, or it's made from fresher ingredients that haven't been so processed,
it's a different
or
process.
it hasn't been so like genetically modified. And just so you know, we're not doctors, or not diagnosing. We're just talking about being healthy too. And so yeah, that is important too. And like I know, because like I just don't even eat that much, so I know like for me, this is just what I do. I make sure to supplement with like really high quality vitamins, and it makes me feel so much better. So like but I'm really into that, I'm like really into like researching all like the latest ingredients and nutrients that are out there, anything that's like good for your metabolism and like good for like your energy production, because I need the energy to be able to keep up with the work I do too, because I work so much. Yeah.
That's a real thing. Not everyone's affected by food the same way, but for people who are sensitive, it will really take down your energy levels. And if you're wondering sometimes, oh, how are you able to get all this stuff done? Well, if I didn't have food on my side, I would be a wreck. I would look like a completely different person. When I'm so sensitive that, if I'm just eating whatever, I'll start breaking out. I'll start, my skin will start changing, my hair will start changing, all that stuff. I mean, I don't have the best food today, but my diet's great, so I'm fine for the most part. You know what I mean? So, it's like that.
No, it's true. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Courtney gets eggs from her friend's house. That's cool. That's beautiful.
Cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
Patrick is saying the bread has too much sugar in it. Yeah, that's true. Well, sugar is very inflammatory, so as good as it tastes, it can be really inflammatory, and that's why we break out from it and stuff like that too. So same thing happens to me. It's like, can I just have like a dessert? It's Christmas. I just want to have this one thing I normally wouldn't have, and then 2 days later, like, like no.
Yeah, no, seriously. But like there's maple syrup, honey, coconut sugar. There's so many different things. I mean, the chocolate bars I have are sweetened with fruit or coconut sugar. And they work really well with me. Or there's an ice cream. I should post it. It's awesome. Sprouts just started carrying it for people who live on the West Coast. Sprouts is a big grocery chain, and it's called Ice Cream Made for Bears. It's grass fed, and it's only made with honey as a sweetener and dates, and it is mind-blowingly good. Like I will eat something if it's delicious, if it's vegan. Cosmic Bliss is very good if you like vegan ice cream, and that's all not cane sugar too as well. But I'm telling you, if you can find Ice Cream Made for Bears, I'll post about it. It is mind-blowingly good. It's crazy. If you've ever had just honey and ice cream together, or honey sweetened with ice cream, it is mind-blowing. I'm telling you, it is mind-blowing. And then I could get into a whole episode on bread. I could, and why we can eat it in the United Kingdom or overseas in the UE, and why we can't. It's the process. There's actually it's actually legalized to make food a certain way. Over in the United Kingdom or Europe, that is different from over here. So we cut a lot of corners, we add a lot of fillers. They're trying to make money. They don't care about food becoming addictive. It's more profitable. It has more shelf life. It's a win-win for them, not a win for us. I could get all into it, but yeah, It's the way that the wheat is processed, and there's ways to actually make it consumable. There's lots of ways to make wheat consumable. People ate pita for thousands of years over in, the Middle East. Wheat was consumed. It's
Yeah.
not a new thing for us. It's just it's not consumable now in a lot of forms, especially in the
Yeah.
United States.
There's a
I think
whole
it.
story behind that with the wheat too, because back in, I believe it was the 50s, because the bread that people ate before was, very, very coarse and dense, right? But there was a scare of world hunger back then. So as I understand it, they looked into ways to genetically modifying the wheat to produce more and make it more weather resistant too. And that up to the chromosome levels or something like that significantly, so that it really doesn't resemble kind of like what we used to know, what our bodies are, um, have evolved to be able to recognize, if that makes sense. So it's just, our bodies may learn over time to recognize the new kinds of foods that have been changed, but we may not be there yet. We may have not had that time for us to literally evolve to be able to digest those foods properly and understand those things too. But the original probably intention was good, which was to feed more people, but then the result was, oops, like not all of us can tolerate that anymore. So you see this big, increase in gluten sensitivity and celiac disease, and other things. And they may be, some of that may be correlation, not causation, but some of it may be causation too, or they may be other factors involved as well too. But kids saying no money and healthy people. Well, in the vitamin industry, they sell a lot of vitamins to us. Health in California, we're very health conscious, and everything here. So we'll spend a lot of money on fitness, gyms, health foods, vitamins.
Well, it's good to focus on your health, and we have so many deficiencies that we have to kind of make up for because the soil's not the same. But I do feel like there's a lot of people who have always wanted good in the food industry, and there's a lot of people who have always been very greedy and profitable because genetically modified food are patented by chemical companies and and Congress. There's a lot of special interest parties that are in crossovers with families and special interests, and they basically, even though they talked a lot about making food more easily accessible for people and produced, they're actually like taxing people on their seeds. And a lot of these seeds that are genetically modified, when the food comes to term, they're not only are they not food that we've evolved to eat, but you can even argue of how much are they really food. It's a lot of spliced food, where we're ingesting different kinds of DNA even. So I'm
Yeah,
not a
I know, I
fan of what
know.
they're doing. Food is
I
simple.
know.
Food is very,
I
very
know.
simple. Food is
We just
very
need to
simple.
we just need to keep trying our best, like keep trying our best and keeping things as simple as possible. Yeah, go for those 3 to 5 ingredients. And I did see a post once that resonated with me, like if we don't invest in our wellness, then we'll be investing in our illness instead. So we want to try our best to take care of the physical, because then it will make the spiritual better, the mental and emotional better too. Less money we may be spending on other things, trying to correct things that could be helped from, yeah, no money and healthy people. Yeah, from having a healthy lifestyle too. And I'm speaking for myself because I've spoken about this before, having struggled with anemia in the past. It's like I didn't realize why I was, so tired and spacey, and I didn't even realize what that had become my new normal, and I had learned to function and just keep pushing through and pushing through. And it wasn't until I got my iron stores back up that I realized what normal was supposed to feel like, what energy was
Yeah.
supposed to feel like. And that affected me spiritually and mentally and emotionally much better. Like I had a lot of improvement in that as well. And but it takes time. So it's like however long you may have been struggling with something, it may take that time to kind of recoup from it too. But I having gone through that experience, I would hate to see somebody struggling in the same way, and trying to treat it in a different way that wouldn't help, be helpful for them too, so it's like, if there's something missing in the factory, like that's what you need, and it's so trying to maybe invest in other kinds of methods, when really it could be as simple as vitamin D or iron or something like that could make a whole huge difference in how you feel. It's worth going to the doctor, getting those things tested as your routine checkups and those kinds of things, to see if that's, something that might show up for you or not too. So let me see. Humans don't migrate anymore like they used to. Our ancestors followed the animals. Yeah. They're very much more in touch with nature.
There's a lot of food comments in here. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah. So it must be in the ethers. We're all thinking about it because we just got done with holiday meals, and we're like making our New Year's resolutions. And I love the aloe vera. That's beautiful.
Drinking high quality aloe vera for 2 years. That's great for digestive system and immunity and your skin. I guess, I'm telling you, I could be here for 5 hours straight talking about food. No joke. But, just listen to your body, if you don't, have as little ingredients as possible. And then you could have something so healthy and it doesn't agree with your body. And that's real. So just stop eating what doesn't agree with your body, and don't keep eating it because you tell yourself it's healthy. Just continue to eat more of what makes you feel good and clear and upbeat and energized, and keep, journeying with how your body responds to things.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely don't forget the cinnamon, the rabbit hole I love to jump into. Yeah, cinnamon by the way. That's a rabbit hole to talk about cinnamon. I take cinnamon supplements because it's antibacterial, and it boosts your metabolism. So, which, is helpful because our metabolism can decline over time. And so besides, it tastes good too, so yeah, I'm definitely pro cinnamon myself. There's a great book by Casey, means called Good Energy. Okay. Love the cinnamon.
I'm telling you, I could get into cinnamon. Like everybody research Ceylon cinnamon.
That's what I take. Ceylon cinnamon. Yeah.
There's a reason. The rest of the cinnamon is an irritant sometimes if you don't consume the right cinnamon, like Korinji cinnamon, or cassia cinnamon, really high quality cinnamons, but they're actually irritants for your body. Ceylon cinnamon, research it.
Yeah. That's what I get. I get Ceylon cinnamon too. So yeah, so many rabbit holes. I know people, I love the rabbit hole. I'm right there with you. Eating a healthy breakfast is a game changer. I totally agree with you. You got to get the metabolism started again too. Who controls the food controls the people. Learn to grow your own, something that could be taught in schools. Yeah. If you have the ability to grow your own food, that would be the healthiest. It would taste the best too, because then you're picking things ripe instead of green. Because imagine how long things have taken to get to the store. They've had to be picked not ripe too. One time I went on a family vacation, when I was a kid, to someplace in Mexico. I don't remember which little place it was that we visited too, but I had a banana from the buffet at the hotel we were staying in, and I never tasted a banana like that in my entire kid life that I had before, and I never tasted it again since then, because it was picked ripe off the tree versus flying in a jet or going whatever in crates, like picked green. It just never tasted the same. I just never forgot that for some reason, because it showed me like what like grown without a whole lot of stuff added to it, picked at the right time, like what a difference that makes in the taste. Growing your own tomatoes is like that as well. Like they taste totally different than what you would get at the store. Yeah.
I
Okay.
agree.
Beautiful.
I agree. It's important. So everyone, please get into the energy of food and what feels good with your body, please. It's
Yeah.
because,
Yeah.
I mean, how can I put it? I see a lot of people who are unhappy or moody or frustrated or brain fogged. And honestly, some of it has to do largely with diet. The food has so much energy, you know, in it, and whether it's low energy or high energy and how it can offset us. I'm telling you, if you're feeling out of sorts, not well, not good, and you just sometimes it feels like nothing's working, I'm telling you, change your food. Change your food. For the people who feel like really like overwhelmed, despondent, um, you know, like they can't get out of it. I'm telling you, food is so healing.
Yeah, it really is, because it affects your brain chemistry, so your neurotransmitters. It affects your hormones as well. So that's why I say like the physical is kind of like the bottom, the foundation for everything else. And sometimes we want to attack things on a spiritual level or on an energetic level, but we may need to get the physical down first. And
Yes.
then we see what goes on top of that. And so that's why getting all of your tests done that you can through your physician, so you know what you need. So, because if you don't know what you need, then you're like putting random things in the factory and not knowing what's missing. So once you figure out what's missing, then you know what you need, and you can work with it that way. So it helps to know with that too. So it's like if I'm trying to treat, like low iron with vitamin C, it's the vitamin C helps with iron, but it's not iron, you know what I mean? Like that's what's missing in the factory. You kind of put them back in the factory too. But really common. Yeah, I do turmeric and ginger too, Courtney as well. But really common: low iron, low vitamin D, stress. It can be like B vitamins. And by the way, not diagnosing, not recommending anything. We're just talking about what we do. And but you're right, they affect how you feel. So then you're tired, you're grumpy, you've got the brain fog, and maybe it's a food sensitivity like gluten or dairy or soy or something else like that too, because a lot of people have food sensitivities now, probably because of how stuff is grown. And Evelyn's saying she's on antibiotics and makes her body feel sick. Yeah. Oh, I hope you recover from your surgery, Evelyn. Sending you love and healing for that. Yeah.
Absolutely. And when
yeah.
the time is right, looking at probiotics to help balance your body back again with the
Yeah.
antibiotics. Our body does not like antibiotics. It's true. It does not.
Yeah. Yeah, I take probiotics as well too. And they have prebiotics too. Do you ever take prebiotics? I don't usually. I do the probiotics, but I was thinking maybe I should try that. Yeah.
Sometimes I do prebiotics, but yeah, there's like enzymes that are prebiotic, and then also food like sauerkraut or something. If you take something, or even coconut water, all that stuff is prebiotic. So I'm sure, a lot of people are actually taking it without realizing.
So that helps your gut work properly, and that also is going to help how you feel as well too, if your like gut is working properly too. Also helps with weight management as well. So I know we have a lot of ladies on here too, and like that's something most ladies are concerned with. So even making sure your gut is working properly is going to affect how you feel and how you're able to manage that as well, because that gets harder with age, as our metabolism changes as well. So yeah. Oh, I love that, Evelyn. You see yourself completely healed, waiting for the physical to catch up. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. Well, that was fun. We got talked on nutrition. I have a feeling that every time we're going to get together, Kelly, you and me will start doing this. So I'm thinking maybe we should get to some readings. What do you think, Kelly?
Yeah, for some reason we needed to talk about, I have no idea why we're talking about food so much, but
I know. I guess it was needed.
I guess it was needed.
Okay, everybody. Please, if you would like to get a message, could you say open in the comments for us? So that's giving us your consent. And then number 2, we need real quick responses, real quick yes, no's, that you're understanding, because there's a delay. And so that will let us know that you're understanding the information, so we know we're with the right person and all this good stuff too. So, okay, everybody's coming in. Let's do this. You want to start off, Kelly?
Sure. Let me just click on a couple of these. Okay. There's so much to choose from. This seems so fun. I mean, I just want to go to Shannon because I'm looking at her Glinda sparkle and I'm, just, it makes me feel upbeat. It makes me feel fun and I want to go into her energy. So sometimes, we're guided into people's energy because we're like, oh, that's fun. I want to look there. Right? Why not?
I know. I love Shannon, and Shannon does so much for so many people. Like, she gets a magic message too. Magic message.
Exactly. I'm gonna pull some cards and feel into some. Oh, okay. That cards dropping, cards popping up. That's always a good sign. Okay, and then this too as well. Okay, so interesting. All right, so the main card I got that popped up right away is service. All right, this is such a beautiful and great card because it's acknowledging who you are and it's calling in more of who you are to be developed. Okay, so this is about honoring all the work that you've done and also saying, this is who you are. This is who you are. Become more because you will feel, the expansion in all forms. So it's the invitation, and I keep looking at the red around it. And so this is about aligning your life to make sure that you're able to serve more and more. And so it's funny enough, we were talking about food so much in the basics, like the basics about food and sleep and nutrition. And they're saying, look into all that so you can strengthen your body and strengthen the energy within your household. Okay, so there's a nod to actually helping the household be more foundational and strong and routine, and like having you be like a leader on another level for the household, if you can understand that. I have to remember to click on these things as I'm talking. There's a nod. So this is the healing card that comes up to you. And so it's a nod to actually healing what has gone on prior and continuing to know that it is a journey. It doesn't have to be a quick fix. It is a journey. And they're talking about like going into nature a lot to heal these things. So healing through the minerals, so supplements and minerals, and also healing within the actual plant kingdom. So more trips with nature, more trips within the mountains, more trips where you're, able to, even if it's just weekly touching your feet in the soil, the earth wants to heal you. So there's a lot of like body strengthening messages so we can get your body stronger to do the things that you want to do. Because I feel like you've been wanting to do more, but you feel like you don't have the time or energy to do it sometimes. So 2025 and Spirit is saying we have exactly what the doctor ordered for you. It's time to heal and be stronger. And again, don't think it comes in one way or with one expectation. Okay, so they want you to be really patient and develop further mastery with understanding this journey. There's also the beauty card. I love this. So this is in regards to not what's coming. I mean, yes, what's coming, of course, too. But I'm trying to say is it's in regards to like your past and who you are and what you've been working on. So again, there's a nod to embracing the feminine and also working with your health prior to this, where you were really taking care of yourself and also being strong within who you are and what you were presenting, but it's on another level now. So they're saying like you've beautified your life and you'll continue to beautify your life. and really be the face of things, all right? But you're now going to beautify it on another level. And this is about like really healing from within. If you can understand, I don't know if I'm getting somebody else from spirit or if this is for you, Shannon, but they're talking about a leg injury that had to heal too as well. So they're talking about like bones. They're talking about mineralization a lot. Okay, so mineralization for the nervous system and mineralization for bones too as well. Yeah, no, seriously, I feel like, so if you can understand this just for validation, Shannon, in the past couple of years, can you understand like looking into like regimens for face, skin, hair, restoration, whether it's like just supplements that help with skin, but you were saying bones, just thinking about that. Can you understand that you were researching that and you were like balancing your hormones and who you were as a woman on those levels? And that's something you went into much more a couple of years ago. And then there is a nod to whether it's like an ankle injury or a leg injury. There's something like I have to heal what has happened to me in the past to gain my footing. Okay, so Jennifer, if there's anything else you'd like to add. Oh, you said recently. Okay, recently. So it's about strengthening all the imbalances, but this is more internal body based now rather than external restoration. Had a knee an injury a while ago. Okay, because I see your leg up on a chair, like where it had to be elevated, and it was talking about that you're gonna strengthen this on a deeper level, because I feel like it still aches or it feels like weak. So everything that you're doing is going to strengthen you on a deeper level. I just keep getting that. All right. I'm gonna hand it off to you, Jennifer, whatever you'd like to do. And thank you so much, Shannon. Ooh, yeah,
okay, beautiful. Yeah, I know Shannon, so I know like she could take all that too, and she's very into nature too as well. So that was like really spot on too. I'm gonna come to Kit, and I pulled some cards for you here too. So hopefully you're still here. The first card I got for you is the blessing card. When I see the blessing card, I know that Spirit has recently gifted you in some way. Sometimes it can be like getting you out of like a difficult situation that you don't need to be in, or protecting you in some way too. But it feels to me, if I tune into that, it feels into basically lifting weight off of your shoulders. I also get the second card from the mermaids is the arrival card too. So when I put these two together, it feels like it's what I want to say is a leveling up or an amplification that's coming in for you as well right now. That isn't allowing you to finally like take a deep breath and feel more free in your life. This feels very important to me too. There's a lot of red color light that comes in there as well, which is like that passion and that creativity that come in here as well. I can feel your helpers come around you too, and I can feel them kind of like nudging you forward in the sense of trying some new things out, putting some new trying to do things in new ways, and kind of like opening up to like doing things in new ways. So like we've mastered doing things in certain ways, and now we're going to try a little bit of a different angle or a little bit of different perspective. So they're just kind of giving a little bit of nudge and a little bit of encouragement in that I want to give you as well too. They're talking about doing artwork as well. So literally like pen on paper type of artwork or color on paper type of artwork, because this would help to like relax you and open up your channel as well for you too. So it opens up into that creative flow as well. I'm definitely feeling like fresh air as much as possible is important. So if it's too cold, try your best to get out and get some fresh air so that you can like breathe in, especially like after, like if it rains, it's winter time. So if it rains, go and get that fresh air, because that's when the air is really clean. So that feels like it's very beneficial for you too. I'm also feeling like I want to give you like connection to the trees, like hugging the trees, being with the trees, talking to the trees, like all of that feels very important for you as well too. So take in this this new blessing, taking this arrival, and it's like it's a big transformative change. And I feel like they're showing me like into January, February, March, you'll start to see all of this kind of like rev up and unfold for you. And then you will like fully understand like what this means and where it's going for you as well. But it feels to me like a bigger source of joy and happiness and freedom as well. Like I feel a lot of emotion with that. So I feel like this is important to tell you. Free, joy, happiness, like all of these is with this blessing that's coming forward. I feel loved ones coming in for you as well. And they just want to give you a big embrace, a big hug, kind of circle around you, and love and joy and celebration and song. Because I can feel a lot of song around you too, a lot of musical song around you too, as if they're just singing and then like going around you like this. And it feels important to tell you that as well. They are putting some emphasis on getting more sleep, getting better sleep, more regular sleep. If you want to try that, that might be helpful for you as well. And again, I'm pulling in sunshine too, because we need that also. We need to get the sunshine because it affects how we feel as well. So that's coming in for you as well. So hopefully you're understanding all of this too. I'm also going to give you, hold on, to this one too. Ascension as well. So there's definitely a leveling up for you that's happening for 2025 as you're moving up in your awareness and ascending. And so that's why the blessing is so important for you right now, because that's giving you what you need, taking off what you don't need, and helping to elevate you forward. So I hope that's helpful for you. I'm going to leave you with that. You got hugs from me too, and I'll hand it back over to you, Kelly. Thank you.
Absolutely. Hey, Jamie. Hey, Jesse. Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
Jesse.
Coming
Hi,
on in.
Jamie.
Hi, Roseanne. Hello, hello. Hi, Isabel.
Courtney's going to stand in the window. Yeah, I know it's cold, everybody, but try your best. Put on a sweater.
Shout out to Michael. Michael saying maybe someday
Michael.
I'll get back to doing lives, but I'll put you at the top of the list. Cool. Whatever it takes, Michael. I'm manifesting you to do more lives.
I love it.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Who am I drawn to? Okay. I'm gonna go with Kathleen. I just popped up like I wanted to go to Kathleen. Okay. So let me just see what I'm feeling for you. There's just like a lot of, it's funny that your name is like actually colored in pink. Of course it is, because those are the colors of embracing infinity. But that's like really how I feel for you. There's all this like very soft, feminine energy, and there's all this soft, thoughtful energy around you. And I feel like the women around you were really raised in a way to be very thoughtful, to be very mindful of who they were. So it was almost like that's what was expected, whether it was taught of you or not, whether you had to figure it out for yourself or not. That's what was taught of you, because they just expected high expectations within the family, if you can understand this, Kathleen. So high expectations of the women in the family. And there's, it's almost like there's this need for rest. There's this need for rest and kind of making peace with those high expectations, because even when you're resting, you get so much done. Okay, you can understand this. Thank you. And so I know it's like very simple, but it's very true. It's like there's this favorite chair within your house. It's really comfy feeling. And I just want to sit in that chair and kind of just go, the holidays and 2025, and kind of relish and relinquish in everything that I've done, and like the overwhelming gratitude I have for my family. So can you understand there's been overwhelming gratitude building within your life to kind of make peace with the past and like really be grateful for the family and friends that are around you now, because it's like you can't have everybody come with you. You can't you give great advice, but not everybody will listen. Okay. And so I feel feel like a lot of people in the family haven't listened to your advice. They've chosen to overlook things, but you still have family around you, and you have the good ones, and you forgive them. You said, yeah, you can. And it's kind of like, I want to acknowledge that within you, because sometimes we think like, maybe I'm not, known for giving advice, but this is a strength that you have. This is a strength that you've had because you've really learned throughout the years, what's the right move and why people fail. And this is not just a self understanding thing. You really know how to size people up, and give yourself more credit within that, because you get these nuggets of gold for people a lot, where you kind of see things coming or you notice things. And so I want to acknowledge that, like, there's been a lot of peace and forgiveness, and also understanding that you see more things than other people, and you can forgive the people who haven't caught up to you or who needed to mature and grow up. And you're giving a lot of space and peace. A lot of space and peace to it, and to invite more friends in, because they listen to you a little bit more. Okay, so that's something that I kind of want to bring up. Also, there's a nod to like vases and flowers, and whether you have this already around the house, but like Spirit is talking about how it creates such a lovely aroma and it creates such lovely energy. So I just keep seeing like all these like small flower arrangements in vases, and they're encouraging that vibrational expansion within the house. And they're also encouraging, I don't know, this is not something I think you would do, but they're encouraging the essential oils. So it might be just from the flowers themselves, but it's just like make the home smell great. So whether with it's like the natural ways, like with the baking and the flowers, but they want the home to smell great. And that's kind of what uplifts and perks you up. So very simple messages from Spirit. There's also a lady, as I'm going to transition back to Jennifer in just a second, there's a lady in Spirit that points to a watch that she used to have, like a golden or brass watch. And she's talking about that she's been watching you, and everything that you're doing is on time. Don't push yourself. She used to push you. So I feel like this is mother. But actually I feel like it's more grandmother for you, but this was somebody who would have pushed you, like kind of with maternal vibes. But she's talking about she used to push you to be on time for everything. She used to discipline you, and she's like, you're actually right on time. I'm watching you. I love you. It's a nod to this gold or brass watch she used to wear. So that's for you, Kathleen. That comes in as well. And I get the name Rita. Okay, I'm gonna hand it back to you.
Oh, that's a beautiful message, Kelly. Evelyn, I've been drawn to you. If I may come to you, Evelyn, love, too. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with your message, too. The first card that I pulled for you, it's from the Unicorn deck. It's called Rebirth. So let me read that for you as you're coming on, love. And it says, reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality, too. And look at the colors in that. Isn't that really beautiful? I just love that. So, Evelyn, you understand too, because you've just had these surgeries, and I know that's a very physical, like 3D thing that you've had, but it is enough. It's a big enough thing to spark like deeper transformation within you. And this, I already know about you in the past, that you did have a major event about a year ago that really affected you deeply. So this has made you question your reality, question your existence, kind of one of those existential crisis type of things that happens. But I don't want to use the word crisis. I just want to use the word like existential experience that has happened for you that you would understand as well. Endless Kitty. Okay. Too. And then what I want to give you next is this card. It's also the Receive card. I'm sorry, I'm trying to say February. Okay, love. Yeah, that was about a year ago. Yes. Is Receive. Be open to receiving goodness. Believe you are worthy of abundance, and a gift is coming to you soon. So that's really beautiful for you, Evelyn. I need to give you that as well. And in order to get that to receive, we need to create the sanctuary for yourself. So this card show up for you too. And Spirit is saying, yep, because that's truth right there. So in the sanctuary, you make yourself open to receive. You allow yourself to go through this rebirth. And then put that trust in, that the trust came forward earlier today. Trust that this is going to move you forward and elevate you into the next level of your expansion, of your elevation, of your rebirth of self as well too. And I know, Evelyn, I know as I tune into you too, that you almost don't see yourself as the same person as you once before. You are still you, but so much more has unfolded for you. And it has been a journey of both joy and pain, both mixed together, if you understand. You have a new hospice kitty too. Oh, God bless you too. So you are creating sanctuary. Absolutely. You are creating sanctuary too. So, but that's going to help. And I know, Evelyn, that you're aware that spirit is around you. You're aware. You can feel it in your room. You can feel it in your home. You can feel it following you wherever you go. So you're very, very lit up right now. You're very, very in tune right now too. So this is an important time to lean into. This is an important time to pay attention to. It's an important time to really hold yourself and allow spirit to hold you as well. So, because I almost feel like there's a part of you that needs to be kind of rocked like a little baby too. So yes, I know you've got the resilience, but there's a part of you that spirit holds like they're just like rocking you like a little bit baby too, so that you can just kind of let go and go, too, because that's for you too. We always have that little part of us that needs to be rocked too. And while we try to do it for ourselves, spirit will also come in and do it for us as well. It feels important too. But a lot of beauty coming your way, Evelyn, from this, and it's already here and you know it. I can tell that you know it. I can tell that you feel it. They're giving me the 8 numbers for you as well. I also feel drawn to June as being a significant one as well too. I feel Dad coming in and giving you a big hug because he wants to give you the strength. He wants to give you the support, that kind of like masculine grounded energy that us ladies like so much too. And he also is trying to clear away a little bit of what feels like helping you to breathe better, helping you to speak better, just clear away a little bit of like energy that we just don't need anymore. Like it served its purpose and we can say thank you and we can just like let that go with gratitude and appreciation. But it's like it just doesn't, it's just served its purpose and it's ready to be released and just kind of move out of your system too. I also need to let you know that you have been very well guided and protected during your medical processes that you have had to. So there's been guardian angels on your side, you know, making sure you feel safe, making sure that you feel held, making sure that everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. And I know that you know that too. I can tell that you're aware of that as well. So Evelyn, I will leave you with that love and a big hug from me and from Papa. Yes. So thank you for allowing me to work with you, Evelyn. I really appreciate you. Yeah. Yeah. And it serves us for a purpose, but then it's done, right? And so then we're ready to say, okay, thank you, bye. So, Kelly, I know you have a show coming up. What time is it today? We may need to wrap it up because you have your own show.
Yeah, it's coming up at 2:30. I have to do a
Okay.
couple things to get ready for it.
Okay.
You're welcome to pop on really quick if you want to on that one too. We can keep some of the magic going.
Is it the psychic hour that you're?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, everybody, please take a quick break. Well, wait till we finish first, and then have one of those dark chocolate snacks or whatever we were talking about, a healthy snack or a piece of chocolate, right? And then come back in about half an hour for the psychic hour with Kelly Brickel. Is there any other shows that are on today as well?
Yeah, there's a debut of Todd's show. Todd Bates' show, EVP Explorations. And so that's like going into paranormal research and using equipment to pick up spirit and stories that he's experienced along the way with, you know, the various encounters and people and things.
That's so cool. Is that at 6:30 tonight? Pacific
That's
time?
That's at 6. That's at 6 Pacific time. Yes.
Okay. So your show's going to be on at 2:30 Pacific time, which is 10:30 in the UK. And then Todd's show, the EVP Explorations, is on at 6 Pacific, which is 2 a.m. in the UK. So have some tea so you can stay up.
Yeah. Todd's great. Over 24 years of experience in the field. And he's just a solid, ethical good-hearted person. So he's
Yeah.
amazing to listen to. But yeah, like I'm happy to do another quick reading or two, but then the psychic hour is coming up. The psychic hour is coming up.
Okay, so yeah, let's do one more message, because then I've got another thing that I have to get to as well. So I'll leave you with the last message, and then so who's still here, everybody? Or are you ever already with somebody?
Yeah, I did. Well, I thought this is something that's relevant. Where is it? Ernest said, is it normal that each of these readings resonate with me in detail? And yes, it is. Sometimes we can have a lot of messages that are meant for more than one person, and that's a great indicator of synchronicity. And so you're commenting a lot about that within the comments, I noticed. So I wanted to go to you and validate that. And I want to go into your energy too and read. So if Jennifer, you want to pop on with this too, you can, or you can grab someone else
Sure.
after Ernest. All good. Let's see here. So like Ernest, what comes up is basically like there's a lot of leadership energy within you that wants to come to the surface. Okay. So there's a lot of dreams. There's a lot of dreams and aspirations and learning how to get those off the ground. And so, something that comes into the forefront is like you would prefer to do things solo, and it's like that because you do have a lot of leadership energy naturally. So eventually you will do things a little bit more solo where people will listen and work with you. But in the beginning stages, there needs to be a lot of mentorship or help or people that have shown you their skills and you go, oh, I figured it out now. So don't be afraid to get help, because I feel like that's kind of been some of the blockages to further successes, because all you need is just a little bit of community and nudging, and you not to stress so much to figure things out all by yourself. So that comes up really strongly. You said, really, it's fine. I'm a long story. I'm sure it gets exhausting with so many readings. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But in turn, truly, so there's an acknowledgement that you are a healer too as well. There is a lot of that actually coming in for the new year. So this is a deep dive, okay? This is a deep dive of unfulfilled things that you've been wanting to cycle back and to actually say, I can do these things. These aren't as crazy as I thought, in a way where they just stay in my head. The reason I say that is because the colors green and blue are coming in for you. And blue is about like really making peace and sitting with what you want to do and looking at that in a way where you can go, okay, I can actually start to work with these things. They're not just feelings. They're not just hopes. I can actually start to look at these things because I've matured enough to actually handle these things. And I'm going to change my life around my dreams rather than not changing my life and continuing to dream and wondering why. Okay, so this is really, really important because it's basically, Jennifer and I talk a lot about this. Like sometimes spirit comes in first and then the body has to get ready. And sometimes the body gets ready and then spirit helps guide the way. And they're really talking about how you're getting these downloads and you're healing yourself and you're having even more epiphanies, but now your body's coming along with it. So you can actually do something with it. So a lot of people actually listen to you. You just have to have more infrastructure in place to make sure you're doing what you want to do. But like, again, natural leader, again, people will naturally pay attention to you. This sounds kind of funny, but it's like, I want more credibility behind what you do because you have so much natural potential. You just need more credibility and more community, and don't be afraid to get help. Ask for help. That's the number one message. Okay. Your abundance will very much change because of that. It's been very wonky, but your abundance will change. You need to ask for help and utilize the people around you. That's it. Okay.
Oh,
Ernest, I
that
hope
was
that makes
beautiful.
sense.
Yeah. And I'm going to come to Trudy, but real quick for Ernest. I also did pull a card for you as well. So thank you for being here. Um, and I've got the freedom card for you, and it says, live wild and free, choose your freedom, claim your independence. So that's probably why things don't seem very natural, because you're in that turning point of really trying to like have that self-discovery. Because in the self-discovery, in the self-love, that's where that freedom starts to really show up for you, because you perceive your reality differently, and then you change your reality around you as well too. So but when we're in that turning point, it can feel kind of like no man's land, like you're just on the edge, and you don't resonate with anything before or after, and it's like trying to figure out like where you are. So that no man's land is a really weird place to be in, but it will change. It's not going to be that way forever. So no, just focus on that feeling of freedom that already exists within you, so that you can like move into that space a little bit easier. But I understand why it feels a little bit difficulty, but don't worry, you can get there, and you will get there too. Because there is this, it's almost like this little seed in you, and it's trying to break out of its shell right now. It's trying to like break out of its shell and say like, here I am, here I am. So that's going to be a really beautiful time for you. So thank you for being here as well. And I appreciate getting an opportunity to work with you too. So, and with that, I wanted to come to Trudy, love, if I could please too. And okay, so Trudy, the first card that I got for you, and you're right, yes, Spirit does like to piggyback. So they will do things collectively so they can reach more people. So you're absolutely right. So Trudy, the card I got for you is, let me see if I can get the number. It's called Choice. It's from the Mermaid deck that I love. 42 is called Choice for you too. And you see those beautiful colors there, Trudy, too. So you would understand that you're in a, what I'm going to say is space of what feels to me like this is a choice about discernment. It's about trying your best to move forward in the way that you know is going to be of highest benefit for you, which requires discernment. And to get to good discernment, to make good choices, what really helps with that, as I'm being shown, is to allow all of the parts of you to have a say, if that makes sense, Trudy. So you've got a younger version of you, you've got a child version of you, you've got different versions of you that kind of have different opinions about things. And so taking some time to sit in that space to allow them to have their say, so then you can kind of put it together in a way that brings you to understanding and agreement. You can also look at this from a different perspective of like trying to look at the different angles, trying to see things from different points of view, or for through the other person's shoes, things like that. That's also very helpful, because some of it is tuning in what my guides think or what does my loved ones think, but it's also what do the parts of you think, what do they have to say, and you can have a really good time getting to know these different parts of you. But then what happens is they start to come together in a way that is really most beneficial for you, so that you actually have the good discernment to make the choice. Because sometimes we think what we think is our discernment is only coming from one part of us too, and then we realize down the road, oh, I didn't see it that way, I missed that part. But that's because we have different elements. We're multidimensional that way. So hopefully this is making sense for you, Trudy, as I'm bringing it forward. Okay, so you're struggling and reflecting a lot, not knowing where or what to do. So I'm just going to recommend, if it resonates for you, just to take that time of quiet time for self, avoiding distractions and noises around you too, and then just having that internal conversation with yourself. Because I feel like as Spirit's showing to me, it will be very helpful for you in that way. And then this is going to give you some just different points of view, like different flavors, different ways of looking at things too. And then you're going to know, because what they're telling me now is like, then you're going to know. So the answer is coming for you. And until then, you don't have to make a decision before you're ready, because you're not ready until you're ready. It's not done. It's done until it's done. You don't know until you know. So take the pressure off of yourself. I'm going to recommend just taking that pressure off of yourself too, as well. And I feel a beautiful angel coming in and wrapping wings around you too. And we're just like, let's just take a deep rest. So they're bringing a little bit of healing. They're bringing a little bit of just like moving some of the energy down away from kind of the mental, away from out here, and a little bit down into a little bit more grounded space. Because when we are feeling more grounded as well, it does make those decisions a little bit easier to come to as well. So beautiful angel that just showed up for you as well. So I am going to leave you with that. And yeah, the resolutions will come, but it does feel like this is a self process too, with support from spirit. So they're maybe not going to be involved as much as they are in a support mechanism, because this is a time for you and you. So I hope that resonates. I hope that helps. I will leave you with that. Thank you so much, Trudy. Much love to you. And Kelly, I would love to see if you would give us some final and closing words before we close out for today. Thank you for being my guest.
Sure. Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. It goes by so quickly. Really what comes into mind is kind of everybody outstretch your wings. Know that you've been doing a lot of cocooning, and it's time to stretch and spread your wings and just see what happens and take a leap of faith. I feel like a lot of different energies coming in this year, and so allow yourself to be different. There's different rules, so don't be afraid to try. Just spreading your wings and getting different results because of it.
I love that. That's beautiful. Thank you, Kelly. And thank you for being on here today. And I love talking about food and nutrition with you too. So that was a lot of fun. So I think we'll all be enjoying our treats and eating healthy. And I will leave you with this, everybody. Remember that you are strong as you spread those wings, and remember that you are truly indestructible and invincible. I get that song, we will be invincible, that one from the movie, that one too. And take that with you, because there are times where we feel like we're not, but you really are, because you are spirit. So take the strength, take the invincibility, and take the love of spirit. I wish you all a very, very happy new year. And I want to thank you for all of your support during 2024 as I started the show just a few months into 2024. And thank you all for coming every week and supporting. I love you all very, very much. And please may all of this love and healing and joy that we share today in our New Year's show be infinitely multiplied and spread across the whole planet Earth. To all living beings, to all life forms, to all forms of consciousness. And I know we are all wanting more peace on earth. We are all wanting to have a more tranquil existence. And we want everyone to have love, food, and shelter as well, especially our children. So thank you all for coming here on Embracing Infinity. Please stay tuned for the Psychic Hour starting in just a few minutes with host Kelly Brickel, and at 6 p.m. Pacific as well. Please stop by for Todd Bates' new show as well, EVP Explorations, his debut show. We don't want to miss that as well. So it is a full day on the Sacred Spiral Network. Lots of love to everybody. Thanks for supporting. Thanks for tuning in. Hugs and kisses to everybody. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone, and see you next week. We've got Raven coming on tomorrow, next Friday. So I'll see you all soon. Thank you for joining. Bye.
Thank you.